Hi, everyone. Are you a mom that is watching your adult child make really bad decisions? I've been there, and so we're going to talk about that today. And for those of you that are brand new to my channel, my name is Sally Harris, and I'm a mom who walked a difficult road with my own daughter for over 10 years, watching all those bad decisions happen. And while her life spiraled, so did mine. This topic is very near and dear to my heart because I think a lot of you, including myself, we have been watching. We had watched a lot of these bad decisions happen. Sometimes we tend to jump in and rescue them. And other times we learn to stand on the sidelines and let them make their own decisions. Now, there can be a fine line in that, right? And there's certain things that you should do to help and could do to help. And then there's other times where it's probably best to take a step back. And so I'm going to talk about a little bit about that today. You know, the biggest thing is recognizing. You're going to start seeing changed behavior, whether it be financial, emotional health, physical health. You're going to start seeing signs, and don't ignore them. And definitely, you know, we're talking about adult children here, so this is not your 15-year-old. This is an opportunity for you to have a heart-to-heart conversation with your adult child, just to ask them, something going on, you know, not to give advice, but to ask them. And she goes, are you struggling with anything? Is there anything I can do to help you? Now, best case scenario, they're going to open up to you and you're going to be able to help in certain ways. But majority of you that are watching this channel is because that is not happening, right? And I've been there. And I watched my daughter make a lot of really bad decisions. And many decisions, bad decisions happened as well after she was outside of our family for a while. And so one of the biggest things that I think is really important is that you avoid enabling. Enabling is not going to help them. It is not going to help your son or daughter. It is going to give them comfort when they don't need comfort, right? So, for example, if they're dealing with drugs or alcohol abuse, right? Enabling them by giving them money is only going to give them more of their fix, right? So then they're not uncomfortable. They still have what they need. Right? So in that kind of situation, you don't want to enable, right? Because until they're uncomfortable, they have no reason to change. And that's just well known. That's just how it works with addicts. Now, it doesn't mean that he or she couldn't go find their own money or find their own drugs or alcohol or whatever it is. But that's where the boundaries come in, where you have to decide. And I would do it very quickly in the beginning before you give in on different situations, and then they have this expectation and it's harder to say no later. So as soon as you start seeing these signs, you want to make a plan. You would need to have these boundaries set up to where you are very clear on what you're going to allow and what you're not, what you're going to help with and what you're not. They are responsible for their own decisions. Now, these kids are over 18, right? So by law, whatever they do is on them, right? You are not responsible for them. Again, we're not talking about a 14, 15-year-old where you're still responsible for them. Obviously, we want our kids to get professional help if that's what they need. And all we can do is offer that. And so when they're making bad decisions and you want to offer some counseling for them, mental health counseling, talk therapy, trauma therapy, whatever it is that they need, I love when parents are able to do that, right? When they have the ability to be able to say, yes, that I will help you with. I don't consider that enabling, because that's something that maybe they can't get on their own. And when they're ready, you want that to be available for them. So what do you do in the meantime? You have to take care of yourself. You have got to, helping them grow through difficult times is something that they're going to have to do. If you can help them do that, you need to take care of you and get the support that you need from family, friends, support group, all of those types of things. Because they are going to end up looking back at you at someday. Someday they're going to look back and say, thank you, at least in my case. My daughter is back with our family now for a couple of years and was very grateful in the sense of she didn't blame me, right? She didn't blame me for her decisions. Now, I'm not saying your kids aren't going to do that, because they might. But at the end of the day, eventually, when they are healthier, they're going to take responsibility for their actions. Now, let's be honest. We've all made stupid mistakes in our life. So it's not like they're never going to make a bad choice or anything like that. But when you start seeing patterns, that it's getting worse, it's getting more serious type of mistakes, that's when you need to step in or step out, right? Depending on what it is. If it's therapy, you step in. If it's finances or, getting them an attorney, they break the law and you bail them out of jail. What are they going to learn from that, right? They're not going to learn anything from that. And so just remember, helping them make better decisions can be challenging, and you may not have a say in that. They may not want you to be involved in that, and you have to respect that. It's emotional, but with persistence and patience and all of these things, your kids can come around. A lot of times, and in my case, I had to step back. I had to take a step back and let her do her thing and make those mistakes, and so that she could learn from them. And now she's stronger and more resilient because of them. It wasn't fun to watch. Not at all. It was devastating to watch. But now I am able to equip you how to do that, where I didn't have anyone equipping me. And which is why I went in that downward spiral so bad with alcohol and food and all the things. And so you don't have to go through that. And so if you and I have never chatted and you want a consultation because you're ready, you want some help, and you want to learn more about how I could help you, then I want you to click below at the discovery call. And it's a 30-minute consultation where we can discuss what's going on. I want to hear about how this is affecting you, because then that's where I can help you. Okay, I'm not here to fix your child. I'm not a therapist, but I am someone who can help you and walk along this entire journey with you. And I hope it's a short journey. I hope it's, for both of your sakes, I hope it's a short journey. But many times it's not. And you have to be equipped for that. So I hope that helps you today. I'll see you next time.